Alright, what's going on? We're going to be talking about another character today, and today we're going to be talking about Aang. If you've never seen one of my guide videos before, essentially what I like to do is I like to give a overview of the character, going through all their moves, talking about the notable moves, the not so notable moves, the moves that I believe are really good and you should use, the moves that I think you should just avoid, or maybe they're very situational, as well as kill options, slime cancels, special moves and slime versions of the special moves, and just overall how I play the character and some of the advantages and disadvantages of the character. So if you haven't seen any of my previous guides, there'll probably be a thing on the screen which will just go to a playlist that will show all of the videos that I currently have. I have one on Aang, currently one on Aang now, Jenny, and Ember as well. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. And I almost fucked up and put the CD instead of me on Aang. That would have been pretty funny. So, thing about Aang. Aang is a pretty floaty character, and he's kind of light as well. Aang is kind of light. And one thing that I think is Aang's biggest strength, being the airbender and all that, is in the air. I believe Aang is like uncontested. Like when you have your opponents in the air and you're getting juggles, I think that is where Aang's playstyle shines. I think that is where you are able to get the most value out of him, the most where all of your kills gonna come from, where all of your damage is gonna come from, just all of your pressure, everything is gonna come from when you are able to finally get your opponent off the ground and into one of those juggle combos where you're able to take them from this side of the stage all the way over here and kill, like, or you're able to take them from here and juggle them all the way to the top and kill off top. It is very, very good how his combo game works. Only problem that I have with him is after you get to a certain percent, finding those final moves, like finding, like, you know, let's say you get a character to like 100 plus and just getting that last kill move. I just feel like he only has a couple, like I feel like he has limited options in regard to his kill moves, but I think that's offset by how fast you can kill people with the 0 to deaths that you can do. And also, like I say, he's kind of floaty. Or not kind of floaty, he's kind of light, so he'll die kind of fast as well compared to other characters. And also, him being the airbender and, like I said, all these aerial combos and stuff, he has 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. So that's gonna be the overview of him, and you know, we're gonna go into notable moves and all that. Like I said, I believe that he shines when you get all these combos, and he has a lot of strings that he can do, and a lot of startups and different routes that he can go from these different combos. So, notable moves. Downlight. Downlight is probably going to be, it might be my favorite move. It might be out of all the normal non-kill moves, Downlight might be my favorite move. And that is simply for the fact that you can literally do almost anything off Downlight. You can do Downlight to start off a juggle. You can do Downlight to confirm kills. You can do Downlight to do almost anything you need to do. Only problem is, you know, hitting it. That's probably maybe the only problem, just hitting the move. So off Downlight, well, actually, let's just do the move first. So light down, he does this kick in front of him. You can see he does, like, you know, a little swift thing. That's gonna put the visualization on. Put the hitbox and trajectory visualization as well. Alright, so you'll see right here, he does a little spin around kick. Depending on where you kick, it'll send them a certain way. If you hit them at the very tip of it, at the very tip where his heel is or whatever, then he'll to kick them straight up. You kick him a little further in, then he'll kick him a little further away from you. But with this move, essentially, you were able to do things like D-light, Nair, well, not Nair, up, lighter up. You'll be able to do D-light, lighter up. You'll be able to D-light Nair if you fall into it. You can do D-light into a charge up if you hit them at the very top of it. Oh wait, my bad. You can do it into D-light charge up like that. You can do it into D-light charge forward. you can do a lot of things on this move, and like I said, you can get jokers off of it. So after you do like a D-light, light air up, that's the option I like to do. I like to do a D-light into a light air up, and then you can combo that into whatever string you want to go from there. You can do a D-air, light air up to a down air. You can do a D-light, light air up into another light air, and then you can continue that from there. And then from that, you could do a kill combo where afterwards you would do 3 of these, and then you'll do a recovery and then slime cancel into the charge air up. I'll show it on screen. I'm not gonna try to hit it just here in training and try to hit it, but you can do that as well. That's like a 0 death that you could do on some of the characters. Probably the heavy characters it won't kill, because it's like I think you're at 50 by the end of all of it. But yeah, D-light, you can do a lot of things off of it. The only thing that I'd probably say you wouldn't want to do is going to be the light forward, because off of light forward, like you can't really extend off of that. Like light forward isn't a bad move per se. Like it still has like this extended hitbox, but you're not going to be able to really extend off of that. And then also you could do like the dash attack if you let them fall, or if they're away from you like that, like this, you can do a dash attack and then follow that up. But yeah, there's so many things that you can do off of a D-light that makes this move just so good to me. And also in the later percentage, you can do a D-light and then jump up, do a double jump, do a charge air forward, and that's probably going to kill if they're like 100 or whatever. Because also, I'm doing this from the lower percents, but at the higher percents, you would literally just jump up, boom, hit this, and it's pretty much over. So D-light, very, very, very good move. Something that I think you will probably be using a lot to essentially set up your combos and get them going. And like I said, you have a bunch of 0 deaths that you can do just from a D-light. So dash attack, you see me do it with the downlight into that. Dash attack, I think it's a very good move as well. You'll sit there and let's do it here. And I did it wrong. Don't worry about that. Oh my god, he almost fucked me up. Alright. So let's do it. The dash. You'll see that he does gust of air, and this will hit grounded opponents as well. That is one thing I like about the move. So you can hit grounded opponents, and it'll send them into this perfect spot that you were able to follow up. Essentially the same thing like a D-light. The same thing like a D-light, where you'll be able to set up off of this into other combos. So the same things that you were able to set up off of a D-light, you're able to set off those same things off of this, maybe if not even better. You know what I mean? So this can also hit grounded people as well. You're not gonna run up. It's probably better to just run up and do this instead of just trying to get this. You don't have to worry about the spacing or whatever. You'll always hit them at the certain angle that you're trying to hit them at. And you're able to follow, like I said, with a charge air forward. You're able to follow up with a Nair. You're able to follow up with charge air up. You're able to follow up with a lot of moves, all of this, and I think it's just really good. I think it's a really good move to be using, especially if your opponent is on the ground. It's just like free almost. But yeah, so you can do a lot of things. All that, like I said, a very, very good move. That's probably like my 3rd favorite move, if I'm being honest. Probably my 3rd favorite move. Light Nair. Light Nair is a very cool move to surround yourself. Because as you can see, you do this water thing. Use the water thing, and the hitbox, as you can see, it is completely surrounding you. So when you go up to your enemies, you can do this as an approach tool. Like you can go and do this, and pretty much the enemy, like they just have to eat this, like they have to hold it or whatever if you approach with this or whatever. Other thing with it is you can do this while you're in the air. Like I like to do this to let's say we're like out here, I'll do this to try to get my little kill combo going to spike the enemies. Because like you can do a couple things. There's a couple of interchangeable moves that you can do. Like instead of doing a light air neutral, you can do a charge air up, or you could do a No, you probably wouldn't want to do a lighter down because it wouldn't have the same effect. But you can do either one of these really to surround yourself. Both of these moves surround yourself, but this one you just do it really quick to approach, and then you can also drag down. You can also fast fall it as well. That's also another thing you can do. But this one you can't actually fast fall it because it kind of like ends. This one, the Nair is still going to be active as you're fast falling it. But yeah, you can do this into a bunch of moves. Like I said, D-Light. D-Light, I don't even think I should really count it. Like you could do anything off D-Light. Same thing with this. You can do anything with this. All these starters are kind of interchangeable, bro. You can do a lot, but from the lower percentages, you will be using this. Higher percentages, you probably want to use the charge up air. That's another thing. Some of these moves are kind of interchangeable depending on what percentage you have your opponents at and just where they are on the stage and all that stuff as well. But yeah, this can be pretty good just to carry them and all that stuff. Get your combos going. Another move I have here is the charge forward. Charge forward, I like this move a lot too. This is going to be another kill option that you have. Let's go into the frame by frame. As you can see, the move starts, he does a little fire hand, throw some fire down or whatever. It starts out behind you. That's something to note as well. It starts out at like the 10 o'clock position. So behind you, does this wave, and it is going to actually go over you, and it's going to come all the way to the ground, which I think is a very notable thing about it, that you can do this when someone is trying to recover. Instead of you trying to do like this and trying to catch them on ledge or whatever, instead you can just do this. You can stand about right out here, and you can hit them as they're coming up to ledge to grab, or if someone's going over you, you can throw this out instead of throwing this out. You can try to do this or whatever, catch them behind. Only thing, the difference between really this and doing this to catch them in the air is really just going to be depending where they are. If it's really on depending where they are and who they are. Some characters, like, you know, let's say you have a character that's doing like, or actually no, let's say you have like a Zula come backstage and she's doing like her kick move, or Angry Beaver's doing that kick move, come back to stage, then you can just like throw this out in front of you. But if they're above you, then you probably want to do this just to catch, just have a bigger hitbox all over you, instead of trying to guard just in front of you or whatever. So just remember that when you're doing this move. This one is going to be, it's over you as well, but it's going to cover that front part, and then you can do this for more of an active over your head hitbox. But off of this, D-Light, you can do, oh my god, D-Light into charge forward. You can do D-Light, jump up later percents, go into charge forward. You can do juggles into charge forward. You can do a bunch of different things. I'm not used to doing that at this percentage, but yeah, as you can see. Other thing is that at the later percentages, like I said, you'll be subbing out some of these moves. So like as you'll see, I might, from 0, I might want to do a light forward and go into that. But at the later percentages, once I get them in the kill percent, let's say we're at like 80, 90, 100, whatever it may be, I'm going to start, instead of doing my light air forward, I'm going to be doing my charge forward. So that is going to be another thing to take note of. Well, light air forward, you want to be doing this or whatever. But light forward, I mean charge forward, man, I'm fucking up the moves. You guys know what I'm talking about. So charge forward, this, and we're talking about charge forward and the air charge forward simultaneously. So this one, like you see, we're doing about 19 damage. Do this, 19 damage. If we're in the air, we want to be out here, we're gonna hit with the air charge forward. If we're on the ground, you know, we're gonna be trying to play from about here on stage, trying to catch them as they jump over, or catch them as they get back to stage. Also, this will not push. This doesn't have a lot of knockback on push. On shield, I mean. It doesn't have a lot of push on shield. So instead, you'll probably want to go with this. You probably want to go charge down if you're trying to push them from here. because this has a little bit more force on it. It's not like Korra where she fucking throws it out and you get pushed back like to Narnia and stuff. But yeah, very, very cool move. I enjoy it. I like both of them, both of the moves. The charge forward and the air charge forward. Very, very good kill options and something you'll probably be using a lot, especially once it gets to the later percents. So, charge up. I talked about this a little bit before. This is going to be a move that, also as you can see right there, it can drop a little bit depending on how you use it. But you can use it from D-Light. You can use it from the D-Light or whatever, from lower percentages. Combo that, and then, you know, follow up with whatever it may be. If you're trying to catch someone, you can use it like this. Also, other thing is, it's a kill move, so it's going to be a good vertical option. Good vertical kill move or whatever. You can slime cancel it from your down, your charge air down. You can slime cancel it into that. They're going to try to get a kill with that as well. Other than that, I wouldn't say it combos into too much. I wouldn't say too much combos into it, but you can catch your opponents over you like this. Very, very good. And just like, what is it? Ember and Jenny, you are able to get this one frame. Let me go into the frame by frame to show you. There's that one frame where you are sucking them up into this vortex, and then after that, you know, they get launched into the stratosphere. So just keep in mind, it's not behind you though. So if you're using this and you whiff, for that, if you don't hit them or you do it the wrong way, just remember you are fucked, because this is not hitting. As you can see whatsoever, he can grab me. He can do whatever he wants. That is crazy. But yeah, he can grab me or whatever from here. I think I turned around by accident. But he can do whatever he wants after I whip this move. So just keep that in mind. This is like completely just going to leave you vulnerable if you whip this move on ground. So don't just throw it out just willy-nilly or whatever, hoping that you will hit this. Because there's a chance that your opponent could block it, and that could just be the end of your stock for whatever percent you're at. So other moves, let's see. Air down light. Air down light. So I like this move a lot. I thought it was pretty mid at first, but I do like this move a lot because it allows you to extend. I think of it like a combo extender if your character or the opponent is like falling out of your string that you're trying to do. So like, let's say you're going for a D-Light into whatever, or let's say just whatever you're doing, you have them juggle and then they might be falling. You can throw your light air down to catch them and propel them back up, because they'll always go back up. There's no spike on this move, so no matter what you do, it's always going to go back up. And you can kind of do a light air down into a Nair, well not Nair, into a light air up. You just got to be pretty fast with it. But yeah, I like to do it to keep my combos alive. You can also, another thing is that also on platform stages, you are able to throw this down to prevent your opponent from actually touching the stage and be able to attack or whatever. So let's say we're on a tri-plat, and like, you know, right now we're on a no plat or whatever, but imagine we're on a tri-plat and I'm trying to juggle my opponent, and after a certain point, after we hit like my first light air up, he's gonna be able to hit that platform. So I want to stop him. So what I can do is I can throw the light air down, because I might not be able to actually follow up with a light air up quick enough or whatever. Or he may be falling back to stage, whatever the case may be. You're able to keep the combo alive by doing that, which is something it's gonna be directly under you, which is something that I actually really like. So yeah, that's pretty much how you're gonna be using this. Like I said, you can use it from the ground like that, where you see I did a light air down into a light air up. You can do that to try to get some combos going, but I really wouldn't be using it from the ground, I guess. I wouldn't be using it from the ground, I guess. I'll be using it like I said before, but pretty cool move. Pretty cool move. Very useful for especially like just any scenario where the opponent's falling, they're under you. You just throw this out, bring them back up to be able to follow up with a light air forward, back, charge air forward, whatever it may be. Very good move to be using. So other moves, let's see, we have air charge up. So this move, as you can see, is going to encase Aang in essentially a bubble. You're just going to be put in a complete water bubble that you're going to have a hitbox surrounding your entire body. And with this, you're able to drag opponents down, if that makes sense. You're going to be able to drag opponents back down. So like, let's say we're doing this, I can drag them back down so I can retouch my stage and get my jumps back and essentially resume my combo. You'll see a clip that I have here. I took a Korra, I believe, from the left side of the stage all the way to the right side. This is like one of the examples of doing like complete jump combo. At one point I reset because I needed to get my air charge. I did the air charge up so I could reset back to stage, get my jumps back, and follow up with the air charge forward. And I ended up using it at the end I used the air charge up at the end of the entire string just to try to stun him for a little bit longer, make sure he's not able to get back stage. And by the time I get back stage, I'm able to throw out a air charge forward, prevent him from even coming back, because he's gonna have to do a little side charge or do the recovery. So that is going to be how you end up using the air charge up. Very useful move. It also has some kill potential as well if you're doing the combo I was talking about earlier, where you're trying to do the up special and then slime canceling that into a charge up. Very good, very good tool for killing off the top as well if you are using that. Otherwise, probably not going to be killing too much off of this move. I think it's really just for dragging your opponents down and setting up for more hits after that. But it can kill, it's just going to be at the very later percents where you probably don't want it to be. So another move we have here is going to be the air charge down. Air charge down. This is going to be it is a spike move. But believe it or not what you're looking at, this is a spike move. So he has the pole and he comes down, does a little earth bending thing and puts spikes all around him. This is a pretty unsafe move, if you will, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You can get punished out of this immediately, so you probably don't want to just throw this out willy-nilly, but it has some pretty unique properties to it. So let's go into frame by frame. We're gonna jump up. We're going to do another jump, and then we're going to do the charge down. So you can also hold this in the air and you can completely stall your momentum, and you'll just be twirling the staff to set up for whatever you're trying to do. But you can stall momentum, and as you can see right here, right? So this move does spike on the first frame. On the first frame that's coming out, it will spike. After that, you're going to knock them out. And once you touch the ground, you are going to bring out these, which is going to send your opponent up. So there are two ways I think that you can use this move. One is you can be an absolute badass and use this to spike people, or you can go ahead and actually let me change that. There's three ways. Use the spike people off stage. This is a complete committal option. Use this off stage. You are going to get sent pretty far, especially if it's down here. Use it. You're probably not making it back because you cannot stop it. But if you use it from up here, you can stop it. It does make you go a bit of a distance, but you can stop it and jump up and then come back stage. But it is going to be very unsafe no matter how you use it or where you use it. So you can do it like that. I have a clip that you probably see right now where I'm using it off stage. I spike a guy, I throw this down, and then I hit him with the glider to come back up, and he gets spiked in the stage, dies. That is one of the coolest things about him, that you can do these like they can do these glider combos where you can knock them in the stage and they fall down. I think that's one of the coolest things about him. But yeah, you can use this to spike off stage, or you can cover yourself when you come back to stage and, you know, try to do whatever follow-ups afterwards, or you can slime cancel it into the vortex move. I mean, into the air charge up, put them into the little vortex or whatever. So yeah, there's a couple things that you can do off of it, and then also you can do it off of some combos. So you could do like this. So yeah, there's a couple things you can do off of it. I think you probably don't want to throw this out all the time when you're coming back down, because you can just get punished for it, and that's not exactly something you want to be throwing out over. You want to mix up your landings, mix up your recoveries and stuff, just so your opponent isn't going to punish you the exact same way every single time and you just taking free damage for nothing. You probably want to swap it up, you know, maybe use your down special, your orb or whatever, put a little hitbox below you to get backstage, increase your maneuverability, throw out, instead of just slamming down, you could just do this, wait for your opponent to move, because they have to assume that you're going to do the diagonal dash or whatever, and then sometimes you can not throw it out and just float back to stage. You can slime cancel it, so you can still have access to just any move you want to do after that. There's a bunch of ways you can mix up your recovery or whatever, but this is going to be a very, very unsafe move, but it is a very, very, very good move with a lot of different applications that you can do with it. So I'm putting it in the notable moves list. So, the last move I believe that we have is going to be the up special. Here's me the last move that I have on the notable moves list. So, notable move, up special. This move, very, very good recovery. For one, brings Aang up very, very far. Very, very far. He can recover from almost anywhere. Even the bottom of the stage, you slime to burst it. Oh, well, I did it wrong. Pretend I slime bursted it. But you see, we get so much hype from just doing the slime burst version. Come backstage, and also at the same time, you can mix up your landing by doing this, and it also has a little active hitbox. But the most important thing about this move, the most important thing, is that it brings up the glider, and the glider has a hitbox. The reason why this is important is because when you're off stage and you're throwing this out, you can knock them into stage and they will get spiked down. Boom, on whatever stage you're on, and it has, like, you know, this type of thing, unless you're playing on like one of those weird free brawl stages. But you can throw this out, they'll get spiked into this and fall, and you can kill people very, very, very early with this, and it's not really hard to do. You just need to get people down here, stun them with whatever move it may be, and then you recover and they just hit this, unless you guys clash for whatever reason. I've never had it happen to me where I clash, but I'm just assuming it can happen from somebody's recovery in this game. So that is going to be the up special, and also off the up special you can do the thing I was talking about earlier, where you can do the up special and then slime bursted, slime charge, whatever it's called, slime cancel into the air charge up. And you can actually get some really good momentum with this too. So you can, like, if someone's like at the top of the screen and let's say you can't catch up to them, like you knock them up or whatever, like what it may be, a D light, or, you know, light air up, or whatever it may be, you can chase them by doing this move and then slime canceling it. So I think that's something good as well. And then also you can chase your opponents with your special. You can chase them as well by doing this into, oh man, I just fucked around there. So you can chase them across the screen by, let's say you knock them back over here, and then you can like throw this down, try to catch up to them, like, you know, just keep pressure or whatever. So that's also another thing. I think it's a pretty good special, if I'm being honest. I think it's a very, very, very good special. So since we're talking about specials, we might as well move on to the other special moves and their slime versions. I've already covered the up special, so we'll be talking about the other ones. Funny enough, I'm gonna tell you something. I've already recorded this video one time, and I completely forgot to mention neutral special, because I'm going to be honest with you, I've never used it. Never used it even once in my time of playing Aang, and none of the clips you'll see me use it, just because nah, you just won't catch me using this. I think it's cool that he has a projectile or whatever, but there hasn't been a time that I've been playing that I'm like, yeah, bro, I need to throw this out. I get that you can like, what is it? Hit people as they're falling and stuff as well. Like if they're from a further distance, they can hit them as they're falling. You can always keep this charged up. Well, you'll hit it once, they will do like the charge animation that you've seen, and then depending if you're on the ground, it'll shoot these needles or ice shards, whatever it is, right in front of him. And if you jump in the air, he's gonna shoot it below. And there's like a couple things you could do with it, but it just doesn't fit my play style and how I play the character. So if I'm being honest with you, I'm just not really gonna talk about it too much. He throws out these needles. The needles, they hit the enemy, they can stun them or whatever, but I don't use them. So you can probably go for different combinations of things. You could probably do a dash and then hit him with a needle or something. There's probably a bunch of stuff you can do off of it, but like I said, I don't play with it, so I'm not gonna talk about it. And if you slime burst it, it's actually instant, so there is no charge. So you can just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, side special, he has this fire wall. I'm going to say it's just a firewall. As you see, hitbox. We throw this out. Wait. Okay. We throw this out. Spins around. And it is a wall. You throw this out when someone's trying to roll back on from ledge, or someone's like below you on stage and you're just trying to cover the space. They're gonna run into a wall of fire. And then if you go and burst it, he throws out projectiles. So as you see right there, we cover pretty much this whole stage. Like from this half the stage, we're covered just by doing this move. Just by doing this move. It covers so much area, and it also lights the enemies on fire, as you can see. Very, very good for controlling this space if that's what you're trying to do. And I think it's better than just using this move, just because you can burst this. You can burst this and control like more space. This one I feel I would use if I'm trying to push someone to ledge and set up for like a charge forward, or, you know, light air down, whatever it may be. But yeah, that's gonna be how you use the special for it. I wouldn't use this in combos. Like, you're not gonna sit here and do this. Like, that's just not happening. Like, let's be real, that's not happening. You're not using this in combos. It's too slow on startup for you to really reliably use this, in my opinion. Instead, I think to use this to react, or not react, but to prepare for someone's reaction. Like for them moving in on you, or trying to roll in or get back to stage, or, you know, you can use it out here to cover like literally just a wall of hitbox somebody's gonna run into. So yeah, pretty cool special. Not gonna be something that you use all the time, but it's good at what it does. So other one that I got is going to be the down special. So down special, just like in the show, he's gonna make this ball of air and he's gonna ride on it. And with this one, you can do it from pretty much anywhere. You can do this from pretty much anywhere. And I imagine that there's probably like, you can do like combo extensions off of it or something, where you can like, let's say someone's below you, instead of doing this, you probably like do this. No, actually no, it's probably too slow. But you essentially ride on a ball. You can move way faster than normal, and off of hitting the ball, you can follow up into pretty much damn near anything. So as you can see, when I'm on the ball, I'm pressing light attack button. You can see in my input history, nothing's happening. If I'm pressing the special button, it will end it. Pressing the charge button, nothing will happen. But otherwise, the only way to get off this ball is to either jump or is to press the special button again. And mind you, they can hit you just off this ball or grab you or whatever. So just be aware of that. But you will have this little hitbox under you, and then you can run into people and get a little bit of a charge. Get a little bit of a free hit if you do end up hitting, and then you can follow up into whatever you want to do. Like you follow up into this. It's also instant, by the way. So you can follow up into this. You can follow up into this. Well, actually, no, not that, because it's already low. You can follow up into this. Follow up into the light air up. Well, not light air up. Light up. Follow up into the light up, which will. This isn't a notable mention, but this is a pretty cool move too. Just being able to have this right above you, especially on stages like platforms or whatever. It's a very good move what it does, but it's not enough to be a notable move. So that's gonna be this move, and also if you meter burn it, I believe you just become a little faster. I believe you just become a little faster than normal when you meter burn it. I don't know why I can't do it. I don't know what was going on right there. Yeah, so pretty sure you just move a little bit faster when you just meter burn it or whatever. But other than that, it's a alright move. Alright, I think I only used the lower percentages, and also just to switch up my landing. So let's say I'm above my opponent and I might want like something to land where I'm able to throw out a little hitbox or something, and I'm also gain just a little bit more momentum than normally. Cause like right here, like I say I'm right here, I move about half stage, but if I do this, I have a hitbox under me and I'm able to still keep that momentum going once I do touch the stage. So that's probably what I would use it for, other than being at lower percentages and being able to follow up into different little attacks and stuff. But other than that, I don't think I would really be using the using the down special too much, if I'm being honest. Same thing with the special neutral. I'm not using this. Like it's just not me. Like this move is not me. But you're better than me, so you are probably going to be using this move. You'll probably be using all these moves, and then come back and tell me in the comment section how good these moves actually are. So that's gonna be all that. Moves to avoid. So moves to avoid, or very situational moves, ones I have are going to be light forward. Light forward, very, very situational. All it's gonna do is just push the enemies away. Like it's not really gonna do nothing too crazy. You can do it like on ledge, like let's say you have someone standing right here and then you can push them or whatever. Like you can just push them off just to keep them off. But other than that, like I'm not using this. I'm not using this like that or whatever. And if it comes out by accident, man, that fucking sucks. So I'd rather have the dash than the damn light forward. But you can also use the poke as well. Not to shit on it completely, but you can use it just to poke. So like, it's got like a bit of a range on it, so try to just poke somebody, push them off ledge like I said, or just to throw out an attack. That's all I really use it for. It's not really going to be used in combos. It's not going to really use for extensions, nothing like that. Other move, situational move is going to be side special. That's also, like I said before, you're using very special situations. We're usually when somebody's rolling to stage or trying to catch someone's dodge, like I said. Like you catch somebody dodging in or something like that, and then you control so much space with it. But it's not going to be something you use actively in combo. It's pretty much only in those scenarios. And then also just remember that it's going to have oh, that's what's going on. When I press my slime button, my block is also happening. That's so weird. So yeah, you'll jump out here and then you can throw out this just to create a wall of a hitbox someone has to get through. Other than that, no, you're not gonna be using it that much. Also, air down charge. Air down charge is, like I said before, it's going to be a move that you can use in a multitude of ways, but those ways are very, very situational, and it's not going to be a move that you want to throw out all the time. You want to be a little bit aware of what you're doing and not just mashing this out. Also, this move right here, the light combo, honestly, bro, I've had people drop out of this so many times that I'm just gonna add it to the moves to avoid list. I'm just gonna say just avoid this move. Like this whole little combo right here. I'm gonna just say just avoid it. I've had people drop out of this too many times. Like it's not like an actual true combo. And then on top of that, it's not like Korra's where you are able to have it hit behind you, or it's not like Jenny's where you're able to aim it and have it go certain ways. It's literally just you just press it 3 times, that's it. There's no variety to it. There's nothing really more you can do from it. So I wouldn't use it. This is gonna be my move to avoid. I'm gonna say this is a move to avoid. I have people fall out of this too many times. It's not really gonna do too much. It's not gonna set you up. Only thing I can say it set you up for is like, look at that, it fell out. Bro, don't use this move, bro. Don't use it. After that, I'm gonna say that might be all of the moves that I would say to avoid. I mean, charge air forward is really good. All these other charge moves are really good. Light air up is good, light air neutral is good, light air down is good, light air forward is good. Oh, actually no, let me change that. So, only other thing I would say to avoid is going to be doing light down to the light air forward, because as you can see from this lower percentage, you're not going to be getting too much of value out of doing the light air forward, when instead you can be doing a light air up. So instead of doing that, like light air up, I can follow up and do a multitude of attacks. I can extend and do a multitude of things, but off of a down light into a light air forward, I can only do so much. So it's also going to be situational. I'm saying from zero, I wouldn't do that, but there's some situations where you can where you would want to do this. But I'm saying from zero on like a no plat stage, or scenario where you are able to get a combo off, do not just do this, because you're not gonna be able to get too much off of that. Not as much extra credit that you can get from doing other options. So that is going to be it on my moves to avoid, or very situational moves. I guess the only thing left is really just talk about these strings and stuff. So a bunch of strings that you can do. There's going to be, I'm going to have them play on the screen. The strings that I've either done in a real match, or I've done to replicate here into training, just to show you guys the strings that you can do, or just examples of things that you could do in a match. But it really is kit, as the stuff is playing, really is kit, everything kind of like flows together. There's so many things that you can do or substitute for. Really it's gonna just depend on what percentage is, and also who the character is, as to what route you might go for, or just where you're going to take them. If you're going to try to go for a vertical kill, you're going to try to go for a more horizontal kill. It all just depends on what's going on in the moment, but it all does matter a little bit. So yeah, like I said, you're probably not going to want to do light air forward. Instead, if possible, I would say you would want to do a light down, just to keep that, just to keep the momentum going and just be able to extend the combo, because like just all of this, you're not getting too much off of it. But yeah, like I said, all this stuff, it combos together very, very well. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do from it. I feel like it's very easy. I feel like it's easy to understand, and even so, as you play him more and more, you'll be able to understand what you can follow up on what, and just the tempo of how the matches go. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like on the video, and if you would like to see more Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 content, then I would appreciate if you would subscribe. I have a bunch of, well, I'm going to be making a bunch of more videos on the game. Some more guide videos. I don't think I'll be going through every single character. I think that I don't know if I'll play every single character, because I don't think I'm gonna like every single character, but all the characters I do play, I will end up making a guide on them. And if you do have a character that you would like to see, then put them down in the comment section below, just so I know, like, you know, what people are interested in seeing. And maybe in the next video I'll end up playing that character or whatever. I usually end up playing the character for about a week, trying to get as much experience on the character as possible, trying to record gameplay and all that stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be enough of my rambling. I appreciate you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.